Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Packers going up against the Colts. Now we'll take you out to Lambeau Field, where Jim Nantz and Phil Simms have the call.
Colts and Packers on EA Sports as we welcome you to Green Bay, Wisconsin for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, and we are live here for this primetime matchup. There's all kinds of energy and excitement in the air. These teams get really fired up taking center stage on a night like this.
Oh, they do. It's a big show here tonight, Jim. It's a big show. So when you get situations like this, the stars, the wide receivers, defensive backs, pass rusher, everybody wants to be the guy that's going to decide the outcome. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be fun to watch.
Jackson's going to be back deep here on the opening kick. Mason Crosby has it teed up for the opening kickoff. This game is underway. He'll have a chance to take off. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. So the rookie quarterback, it's not his first time onto the field, but still getting his feet wet in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and every week it just gets a little easier, better. When you walk out there, you can settle those nerves down faster each game you play. So it's going to be fun to see how he does here today.
First down at the 24. Dix in on the tackle.
So many times you watch football games and coaches just give up too early on the run game. Well, they'll keep it going today. After that run, decent pickup by the running back.
And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. The Packers sat at the line. Dime package. Gets the handle here. Dix in on the tackle. That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Now, Jim, you're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense is going to have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle.
First down here after the run.
Let's go.
Once again, a running play. Tackle down at the 42-yard line.
You got to know if you're going to run the football, you're going to have a lot of short gains. There's going to be a lot of plays that look ugly. That's just the way it is. You got to live with it and know what's coming in the future.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
Let's go. Press to the yard. Press to the yard.
Wants to go deep. The catch is made. Clinton Dix there that time for the tackle.
Receivers in the NFL now, they can get down the field and just give them a chance. That's what the quarterback did. Nice catch by the receiver.
Coming to the line at the 33. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. To the ground. And that's Raji in on the stop. The defense stands up early and stops the run cold.
Good job that time. You said it, Jim, by the defense. They attacked the offensive line, and there was nowhere for the running back to run the football.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. They hand it off to him again. And at the 25, he'll be brought down. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Quick drop back. Kobe Fleener pulls it in.
Hard to guard these tight ends now in the NFL. It really puts the defense in like a quandary. Do we use a big guy? Well, if the big guy's not fast enough, we use a small guy. Well, he's not big enough. They get pushed around. I don't know what you're going to do. Just make sure you're a good tackler after they catch it.
1st and 10. Hand off. And gains a few. This is a collection of wide receivers that could dictate this game today. They must find a way to create separation for their quarterback. It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
Let's go.
Back to the ground. And picks up maybe 3 or 4. One of the best pass-rushing linebackers in football is Clay Matthews.
Love these type of players on your defense. The Green Bay defense, they need toughness, a relentless pass rusher, and that's what they got with Clay Matthews.
After that last carry, it's 3rd and 3. They'll go shotgun here. He's got the catch. Gets about 9 on the play.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm, because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
Mounting a serious drive. That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. They'll go ground. Brought down by Neal. The football sits at the 3. Second and goal from the 3. A first drive and a first touchdown.
Tight ends are more valuable when you get close to the goal line, because they can use their body and push off and get open that way to score touchdowns. Nice job that time by the tight end.
The Colts line up now for the point after. Makes the PAT. The Colts now getting ready to kick it away. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Coming on to the field, a former league MVP and Super Bowl winning quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, one of the best arms in the National Football League. In my opinion, probably the best thrower of the football.
First down at the 24. Finds Cobb. That's a gain of 7. After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way. Belongs to Mincy.
Well, the quarterback's got to see this blitz when it's coming. And if he checks to an audible to get rid of the football quicker or give himself extra protection, that will help him a lot.
It'll be 3rd down. Rodgers got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense. Late in the first, and that's a big stop on 3rd down to bring up a punt. And now they'll look to extend the lead.
Yeah, good job by the defense, but I'll say this for the offense. You got to show more imagination if you want to have success, especially on 3rd downs.
Jackson's going to look for space now. Jackson's marked down at the 47.
Jackson, such a great athlete. You got to find ways to get the football to him. Here's another way to get it to him. On a punt return, how explosive is he? Man, that's the answer.
The Packers defense comes onto the field after surrendering a touchdown on the last drive.
Well, they're hoping for better results. No question about that, Jim. They got to come out. They got to hustle. There was not enough hustle last time. And the #1 key for all defensive teams is play hard.
Way to call him out there, partner.
Hey, that's what I do. I like to call people out.
Let's go.
First down at the 47. They'll run it here.
Packers defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's the good stuff.
The Colts will take the snap from the 45. He runs with it right up the gut. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. This defense is ready to pounce here early in this game as a 3rd and long play is coming up.
They sure are. There's no doubt about that. They got themselves in a good situation here. If I'm the quarterback now, 3rd and long, I would be very cautious and conservative.
The Packers defense now is going to go nickel. 3rd and 10. The Colts now move the chains. That's his first reception today. That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in this.
First down at the 39. Handoff out of the eye.
When you talk about counter runs, what we just saw that time, the defense thinks the play's going one way, then a pulling guard or tackle comes around and catches a defensive lineman off guard and makes a good block.
After running it, it's second down. End of one here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We'll be back momentarily for the start of the second.
Gatorade, born in the lab, proven on the field.
The Colts still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. And now they'll try over again on second down. The Colts lined up, bunch formation. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Fleener has the catch. Touchdown, Indianapolis Colts. Another touchdown early in the second quarter. And, Phil, we met with this team and the coaches. Did you have any idea they were going to come out with this kind of start?
No, I didn't, Jim. They're doing a terrific job on the offensive side and scoring those points. I love what they're doing on the defensive side. Hey, when it's not working, you know what you do? You change game plans. That's what I want to see from the defense.
The Colts with the PAT to come. Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Packers are back deep, ready to return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Packers got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense, because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
The Colts lined up in the nickel. Rodgers from the shotgun. Jones hauls it in. Moore's there to make the tackle.
The Packers did a good job that time throwing a pass on first down and picked up some nice yards. Now second and short really puts the defense in a tough position.
Second down. Rodgers alone in the backfield. From the gun, Rodgers. Barr gets to the quarterback.
It is truly a bonus when you can take your outside linebacker and let him rush the quarterback and he can get a sack. Nice job that time by the outside linebacker.
Now looking at third down. The Colts with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun. Adams has got it. First down. That's his first reception today.
The Packers put themselves in a terrible situation. 3rd and long, but you know what? They got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
Rodgers 3 for 3 with that completion. Rodgers out wide on the left. 1st down and 10. And Rodgers will hand it off. Freeman, that time on the tackle.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
2nd down and 3 following that nice run. Aaron Rodgers back off the line, shotgun formation. Rodgers going to take the snap from the shotgun. And on the catch, it's Randall Cobb.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have. When the window of opportunity is very small, quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Rodgers now completed 4 in a row. The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. Handoff made. Tackle down at the 46-yard line.
Lacy is never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. The Colts defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. They call his number once more. And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line.
Lacy is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the 1st down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the 1st down.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Packers lined up. Everybody split out wide. Rodgers back in shotgun formation. Adams got the catch and the 1st. Arkin down for another reception.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the 1st down, Jim. That's what you want to do. Pick up that 1st down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
Rodgers 5 for 5 after that completion.
Set up now at the 26.
First down at the 26. Pulls it in. Rodgers tackled down after a gain of 5.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
Rodgers completed his last 6 passes. Halfway through the 2nd quarter. Lacy, right side.
Lacy is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
That is play number 10 on this drive. Rodgers from the shotgun. Devontae Adams has it. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the 1st.
Jim, the defense gives up the 1st down that time inside the red zone. But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold him.
This long drive continues. First down here after the completion. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Lacey takes the hit and is brought down after a gain of only 1.
Good job by the defensive line standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
2nd and 9 coming up.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it, and inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
And the score right now may not be what one would expect, given that their go-to guy in the passing game has been absent so far. What do you make of this, Bill?
You know, Jim, I think they just got caught off guard that time. I think they were not expecting this coverage and the defense that they're throwing at their star wide receiver, but they've had some good adjustments, and they're winning the football game, and let's don't forget, that's what counts the most.
The offense pinned back in an awful position. From the gun. With the contact, the ball comes out.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Second and 10 coming up. An extra tight end on the field for this one. They'll go ground. And it's Matthews bursting through to stop the run.
Third long situations, a lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on third long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position, pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a first down, man, that's just gravy.
Third and 11. Heaving it down the field. Pass is intercepted. The Packers' offensive line has been mauled at times, Phil. Rodgers, though, been able to find his targets.
Jim, it's tough to hang in there when you're getting roughed up like he has been today, but he's done a good job keeping his eyes down the field, making the reads, and still throwing the football on target.
We're headed to the half, and could this be the spark this offense needs to get points on the board?
Well, I'd hope so. You know, what you got to say to the offense is not the teaching moment here is this. Just wake up and show some energy. That's the first thing you need to do on the offensive side.
First down at the 36. One-handed. Touchdown and drawing close. As we near halftime, that was a much-needed touchdown that suddenly gets this team mentally and even on the scoreboard right back into this game, Phil.
Changed everything, Jim, didn't it? I mean, it changed the fans, the way they're looking at the game, the coaches, the players. It's amazing. One play, and look what it did to this football game.
The point after try is in the books. The Colts now holding on to a diminishing lead as they'll get the football back here. Scores 14-7. Mason Crosby ready for the kickoff. Jackson's got it. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Packers defense has to still be inspired about that interception they had last time out.
Absolutely. They had everything going for them, I think, in that play. They had pressure. Everybody was hustling to the football, and a good play on that errant throw by the quarterback.
The Colts will look to get set. It's been a close game so far. The score's 14-7. Double tight end formation. The Colts from the 22. The give. He's tackled right at the 24. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
Second down after going to the ground game the first play. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Locked in on the football and has hope. No one's going to get him now. The 20, the 10, in stride, and he's home for the touchdown. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. The Colts getting set for the point after. Extra point is good. The Packers are back deep, ready to return. Hyde's going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20. There's Aaron Rodgers returning to the field.
With as well as he's played in the first half, you wouldn't necessarily expect them to be trailing at this point, but they are.
No, you wouldn't, but you just hope he can continue that good play. That's what they're going to need from him to have a chance to win. But so far, so good. Really looks good executing the passing game.
Rodgers by himself in the backfield. Rodgers going to take it from the gun. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab. That's reception number 4 for him. 2nd and 1 on the way.
Always try to save the timeout or timeouts when you can, and one way to do it is go with the hurry-up offense. Good job.
Back out there for action after that defensive timeout. Third down now. And Starks is in the backfield. Single back set. Here's the handoff. That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out. And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The defense needed to slow this game down. That timeout might be very useful. Now they're ready to go.
The Packers are going to punt the football. Jackson's got it now. And Perry in on the tackle.
The Colts know there's 3 parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
The Colts are going to head to the break with a pretty comfortable lead here, Phil.
Yeah, it's really been good offensive play. I love the way the offensive line is playing together, not making any mistakes, and giving the quarterback and everybody else a chance to have good success.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Launching it deep. Hauls it in. What a call and what a catch. That's his first reception today. And Phil, you look at this offense right now. They've got a quarterback who's moving the football through the air, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
That's right. That's why they're leading the game. Boy, I'd hate to be a defensive back out there today. The wide receivers are good. The quarterback is hot. They've got awesome rhythm, and that's why they're playing so well.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Out of the gun. It's complete to Deshaun Jackson.
Well, the only thing I can say about that play, it was better than an incompletion. The quarterback gets the completion, and they pick up a yard or 2.
That pass play picked up only 4. Second down and 6 coming up.
Let's go.
It's intercepted.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
Cobb readying himself for this next possession. There's a little bit of blame to be passed around for them falling into this hole, but he's not one of the players to point a finger at.
Well, they're throwing the football well. We've seen that, and it's impressive to watch. And now what you have to do is take advantage of that passing game and start catching this defense with some runs. I'll bet you they're not expecting it.
First down at the 23. Takes it on the draw. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
Lacy is a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
We've reached the intermission, and soon we'll be sending you to Larry Ridley, who's going to break down all the first half highlights as we send it to Orlando in a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Packers haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Colts have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Colts with the ball early in the second. Fleener is found on the quick pass and catch, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Midway through the second quarter, the pass ends up being picked off. Freeman's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense now with the shot after the pick. The pass ends up being picked off. Packers defense forces the turnover. Offense on the field now after the INT. Rodgers finds his mark in coverage. And this goes 36 yards for the score, cutting the deficit to 7. Now 2nd and 8. The quick pass and completion is made, and this play will go for 6. Lead now at 14. Colts with the football waiting seconds of the half. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Hayward is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. So that'll do it for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back under the lights now where Jim and Phil have the call.
Along with Phil Simms and Danielle Bellini, Jim Nance from Lambeau Field as the second half is about to get underway. The Colts getting ready for the kickoff. With this kick, the second half is underway. And no return this time as he takes a knee. The Packers have put their quarterback in some really tough positions today. Rodgers trying to stay upright and make the plays, but it's tough to do so when you're constantly being hit.
Yeah, no matter what you do as a quarterback, though, you can't start looking at the pass rush. You have to keep your focus down the field, and you can't flinch.
The Colts will come out in the dime. The third quarter begins with this play. That sack belongs to Vontez. Perfect.
I'm just going to give the defense a lot of credit for all these sacks they've got here today. They take him down one more time. When you got this much talent on the defensive side, you're going to sack the quarterback.
Rodgers will have it in the pistol. And intercepted. Breaks at the tackle. They bring him to the turf. It's somewhat surprising to see, but you look at the rushing totals, and this part of their game has become less effective as the game's gone on.
I think the running back is starting to tire a little bit as you watch him run. Just doesn't look as determined as he was early in the game. When you get an opportunity like this, you want to take advantage of it. The defense did. The opportunity was there. They get a chance to intercept the football. They do. Now, can their offense take advantage of this situation? Jim, the offensive coordinator, has done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
First down at the 20. Gets the handle here. And that's a gain of 9. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it, and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd and 2 coming up. Fleener's a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. To the ground. Clinton Dix there to make the stop.
That's a nice play that time by the offense, getting the first down. They're up here in the second half, and they're moving the football. That is a great feeling.
Stepping up to the line at the 4-yard line. First and goal from the 4. He's going to get another carry. And Matthews is the one who made the big stop.
What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
Stepping up to the line at the 5. Second and goal from the 5. Back to him. And pick up about 4.
Well, that last play almost got them in here. And when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. They call his name again.
I think the big decision is now, Jim, do you kick the football, take the 3 points, or do you go for it on 4th down? To me, you kick the football and get 3 points on the board.
Should be an easy one here. Drives it through for the field goal.
Well, you come out there on the field as a defense. The offense has great field position. You've got to give them something different. The defense did. They stopped them, and they gave up the field goal.
The Colts getting set for the kickoff. The Colts have displayed a phenomenal defense here today, and I think you would agree, Phil. That's the reason they're in position to win this game.
Yeah, the defense has been incredible. So aggressive, so full of emotion, running around. Every time you see a tackle, there's like 7 guys on the defensive side around the ball carrier. So that's awesome defense. That's why they're winning this game here so far today.
Lacey lines up in the backfield. The Packers take it from the 23. They'll mark him at the 28. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Lacey, a solo back set. 2nd down and 5. Makes the reception. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
First down, offense readying for the snap. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Draw play here. Smith's there to take him down.
It's always good for the quarterback to really do a good job faking the pass right before the draw play. Get the defensive lineman up the field, get the linebackers dropping back for pass, and there's an open gap that the running back took advantage of.
And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. The Colts come out in a dime package.
319.
Gives it to him again. And gains maybe 4.
Lacy is never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short gain.
3rd and 2 here after the run. Lacy, a solo back set. Feeds him again. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Lacy is trying to find a way to pick up that short yardage situation on 3rd down, but the defense does an outstanding job on especially the defensive line. Nowhere to run and no first down.
Here's the punt by Mastay. And not a favorable bounce this time as it's headed to the end zone for a touchback. The Colts have extended their halftime lead, and they haven't wasted any time in doing so as they continue to motor up and down the field.
You know, this is what you got to do in this league now. When it's going well on the offensive side, don't slow down, don't get conservative, keep it going, try to score points, and just dominate the other team.
Let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
First down at the 20. Takes it out of the eye.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Loss of 2 on that play. It's a 2 tight end formation. Second down and 12. Taking off. Clinton Dick's going to make the tackle. Third down on the way. Right back to him one more time. There's the offense picking up another first down on 3rd down.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line. The Packers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. The Colts have it at the 39. They'll run it with him again.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
It's now second down. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Great pass, great catch, great control. That's reception number 2 for him. They are winning at the moment, and they can thank the play of their quarterback.
How about that? Even the fans are going to be happy with the way he played today. They're not going to be able to write anything bad about him because everything he did was top-notch. Decisions, throws, movement in the pocket. What a great day.
Let's go.
First down at the 46. Brings it in. And a gain of 4.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Second down and 5. Handoff. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
You got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
Now 3rd and 4 following the run. This should be the last play of the quarter. The third quarter comes to a close, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts offense tries to continue some momentum, still possessing the football as the final quarter gets underway. It's third down coming up. Fleener's usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. Got hit on release. McAfee will be called on now to punt the football. The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Intercepted. He's brought down.
Well, anytime you run a fake punt and you let somebody throw the football besides the quarterback, even though the play is there and everybody's wide open, you still have a chance of not making it work. Why? Because the guy throwing it is not an NFL quarterback.
The Packers bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you've got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays.
Rodgers ready for the snap, empty backfield. First down at the 42. And now Rodgers will give himself up.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time.
The Packers come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Second down and 5. Set up screen to Lacy. And tackled down at the 49-yard line.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Third down. The Colts go with the dime formation here on defense. From the gun, Rodgers. Eddie Lacy makes the catch. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
Set up now at the 46. First down here after the completion. Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
When you run the slant route, it's very important to know as a receiver that you're going to catch that football probably in between some linebackers.
Rodgers now completed 4 in a row. First down coming up. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Rodgers from the shotgun. Rodgers sends it to Cobb.
The defense is going to play conservative in situations like this. They have a lead here in the fourth quarter. They'll give up those short throws.
That little throw was good for only 3, so it's now second down and 7. The Colts set at the line. Dime package. From the gun, Rodgers makes the catch. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
I don't know what the answer is when it comes to guarding these tight ends now. There's just not much you can do. I'll tell you the best way to stop the tight end, rush the quarterback.
Here they come to the line of scrimmage, the 21-yard line. First down at the 21. Montez perfect, gets to the quarterback.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback and gets a sack.
Second down coming up. The Packers line up in the pistol. The Colts with a nickel look here on defense. Intercepted. Midway through the fourth, and the mood on that sideline, Phil, has to be one of tremendous frustration as they throw the interception.
Absolutely, Jim. They have to be so disappointed. They had high hopes coming into this game. We talked to the coaches. They thought they would play well. Well, this is just one of those days when nothing went right for your side.
The Colts will try to hold on to the football. This has been one big turnover after another, Phil. Just what the coaches talked about in our meetings with him this week about ball security. It's not happening here.
Well, it tells you the players did not listen to the coaches, that's for sure, because ball security is not what we're seeing out there. I know this. Next week in practice, there's going to be a lot of drills about hanging on to the football.
2 tight ends on the field here. They'll go ground. Burnett's the one who brings them to the ground.
Safeties now in the NFL have to cover like a corner, and they got to tackle like a linebacker. And that time the safety came up, and he tackled like a linebacker and stopped that outside run.
And here we have second down. They'll run it here. Peppers able to read that play and make the hit.
Look up at that scoreboard. You're leading the football game, so we have a 3rd and long situation. So you've got to know that. Manage the game. Don't take a chance.
This is 3rd down. The Packers defense now is going to go nickel. And he just tosses it incomplete. They're in punting formation. Hyde's got a chance this time. Gains 15. The Packers seemingly had everything going early with the passing game, but it's been a big change since. Rodgers tried to adjust to the defense, but it hasn't worked out.
Well, he's tried, but listen, there's nothing he can do about the offensive line. It's not been as sharp, and I'll tell you what, when an offensive line is not sharp, our quarterback's going to lose confidence.
Rodgers got it in the gun. Rodgers sends it to Lacy. The Packers get a 1st down.
Oh, I loved it when I was a quarterback, throwing screens or throwing short passes to the running backs and watch them catch it and get those big yards. It was awesome to get cheap yards like that.
They come to the line, and it's 1st down. Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun. That sack belongs to Anthony Barr.
You know, outside linebackers, they're everything all in one. They got to be a pass rusher, a pass cover guy, and they got to be able to stop the run. Nice job that time getting the sack.
That leads us to 2nd down. The Colts with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Rodgers from the shotgun. Gets it out for the completion.
Well, you play this cover 4. In other words, you got 4 defenders playing deep, equally spread across the field. Well, who's going to cover the in cuts and underneath? Nobody. That's why the quarterback got an easy completion that time on the in route.
On the way, 3rd down. Rodgers all by himself in the backfield for this snap. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Jones has got it, and a 1st. Another 3rd down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch.
The Packers on their offensive play sheet, they don't have many plays for 3rd and long situations, but that is a really nice job that time by the offense, the quarterback. They pick up the 1st down. That'll get you going.
It's 1st down as they head to the line. From the gun, Rodgers. It's caught by Adams. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. Back now in this one, and time is running out here in the 4th quarter. This will be second down. Quarters formation here for the defense.
Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun.
Pass is intercepted.
He's in the clear.
What a horrible time to throw the interception. But hats off to the defense here, Phil. They come up with the stop, the play, the takeaway at just the right time.
Yeah, listen, I give the defense all the credit in a situation like this. They took advantage of a quarterback who they knew was going to have to take a chance, and they were ready to pounce on it.
Mike Daniels on his way out to the huddle again. And he's had his share of struggles in this game. But for that matter, so has the rest of that defensive group, Phil.
Yeah, wasn't a great day for the defense, but I'll say this. I thought they played hard. They played smart. They hustled. The other team was just better today.
They come to the line of scrimmage in an excellent starting point. The Packers defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Brought down by Neal.
Well, not many yards to get there on that play, but it doesn't matter. What a day and what a job this running back has done here.
They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. Cleaners a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. And that's a 2-yard gain.
Tim, no surprise there. You got the lead. It's late in the game. You run the football, make that clock keep ticking. And you go over these situations so many times in practice. You got to manage the clock, know how much time you got left. They've done that well, and just keep running it.
The Colts come out in the pistol. The Colts snap it at the 36. He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Pat McAfee now ready to punt.